Hey everyone! So today's a crafty time, but not a drawing or me trying to like finagle or hold something while I draw. Oh, this feels like it's at a weird angle. That's a little better. Sorry, I'm still trying to figure out a better setup for this, but I did order forget exactly what they called it, but it's an attachment that attaches to my table and it snakes up. So it'll hold my camera at all sorts of funky angles. I think I mentioned it yesterday, but I'm so excited. I actually ordered it last night. I conned my husband into getting it for me because my mom got her income tax money and she's helping us on a couple bills, so we were able to splurge and spend $15 to get the arm attachment. So yay, I'm so excited. So as you saw from the title, today is going to be just a real quick short one. What I take in my travel pouch. This is actually something that even when I'm at the house, I I grab my sketchbook, whatever it is, and it has my pencil pouch on it. So I make these. They're on my Etsy shop. This is made for a much larger one, therefore I just pinned it. I am in the process of, once I get a new sewing machine, I have the parts and pieces. I didn't get a chance to, or get around to making them, but I have the pieces to make these so they're adjustable so that they can fit this size, or they could fit something that's more like an 8.5 by 11 size notebook. Just graph paper my husband has around. I don't have an 8.5 by 11 notebook around, so I can't really show you, so that doesn't matter, even though I'm still looking. Anyway, so this is one of my first ones that I ever did. It's the first one I ever put a zipper in on the top. So in the top here, I have an eraser. I love these vanished erasers. I think they work really well, and just a little tiny pencil sharpener. I don't like this pencil sharpener that much. I had another one that was silver that worked even worse. I asked and received, thanks to the glory of my youngest stepdaughter for Christmas, the Prismacolor pencil sharpener. I love this thing. Everybody told, like, I'd seen all these reviews and different things about, this is the best pencil sharpener. It is the best pencil sharpener. Like, I haven't cracked a pencil, I haven't broken one. I actually went through a white Prismacolor pencil in, I think, 2 weeks. And I wasn't trying to use it that much. It's just between this one and my other 3 pencil sharpeners we have, I kept shifting different pencil sharpeners, and I would get it to almost pointy, so almost sharp. Let's see. So this is not even very sharp right now. I don't know if, so this isn't even very sharp at the moment, but I wouldn't even get it this sharp and it would snap. It would take a piece of the wood off here and the lead would just fall out. Whoops. Stay on. There we go. Whereas this pencil sharpener, I can get it really, really sharp. And that was just a couple twists, and I love it so much. I can't fit this in my travel bag, unfortunately, so I just try and keep this fairly sharp, something close to that when it's in there. But I do have this one in case one of my pencils needs sharpening on the go. I either sharpen it into here if I'm like out in nature or something and not near a trash can, or sometimes I'll sharpen it in here. I haven't made any others like this because I haven't figured out a good way that I can put a lining in here. And I don't like that you can see the back end of my snap and my leather reinforcement and stuff. And so I haven't figured out a way that I can easily do that without driving myself bonkers. So I just haven't bothered. But I love the lining. This is actually an old pair of night pants that ripped on me. So these are my way of kind of remembering the love of my Scully night pants. And then what I have, oh, one of the other things I like about this is I can just do this and I can find whatever I need, because right now I have a couple short things in here. So I do fit quite a bit in here. And just to show you, that is everything that was in there. So quite a bit. So right now, I forgot I had this in there because it was so low. So right now I have my Colorace Prismacolor blue pencil. I've got my Ticonderoga black sketching pencil that I use. I already showed you my white Prismacolor pencil. Do I have any other pencils? Oh, I have my charcoal. I've been playing with my charcoal lately, so trying to get used to that. It's not a great supply to be traveling with, but it can be fun to just kind of quick sketch and then I'll deal with it later. So I do have a double-ended blending stump. I've been using this end lately. This end is still clean. And then got from Artist Loft, you can't see it anymore because it's rubbed off of these guys. Oh, here's one. You can kind of see it. So it's Artist Loft Fundamentals Woodless color pencils. And I don't think you can even see that. But it's Artist Loft Fundamentals. It just says Fundamentals down the barrel. So I've got a purple, red, a light blue, orange, green, and a pink. And one of the things I absolutely love about this, and I love how things feel as well as look, is they're heavy because they have no wood in them and they're just the colored lead. They're really heavy, and so I like how they feel when I'm coloring with them. You can see I've been using my red the most here, and then the rest of these are pretty well sharp yet. So the red is the most used. And then actual art supplies, because I have one thing that's not quite an art supply. I have my graphic brown 0.5 line maker. This is pretty fine. I tend to go for a 0.5 or a 1, sometimes a 0.8. I do like the graphics, because here's my graphic. What color is this technically? I think it's Brick Lane. Line painter number 15. This came in a set, I believe. And I have the set actually right here. Got a whole bunch of my art supplies out here, but this is the set I got. It has a bunch of different colors. This pink one actually didn't come in it. But this is the actual set. I got the pink one, I think, with an art supply box. But the only thing I don't like with the graphic painters is when you go to use them, in order to use them like a paint marker, you have to pump them sometimes. But as you can see, the paint, focus. Okay, it's not going to focus. The paint is down here. It's all the way down here. It's not supposed to be down that far. And that's because it leaks. And so when you pump it, sometimes it go and you'll get this big blob of paint. And I've had that in a couple things. If you look at my 150 subscribers, thank you. My blue one did that. So I ended up just doing blobs all over the page because I was like, well, how can I incorporate this now? Because now I have this blob and it was looking great and I was coloring it. So it doesn't happen all the time. So what I'm trying to do now is if I have to pump it, I'll pump it off the page and then go on. So just something to keep in mind if you do end up using the graphic. Bye Bun here on YouTube and Instagram was the one I saw her using them in a video, and I love how opaque they are because they're a paint marker much like a Posca pen, but they come with this really fine tip, which I thought was cool. And then I have my Stabilo, which is the primary fine point fine liner that I use to line pretty much everything. I like that it's the pressure sensor, so as I'm writing, it, what do you call it? It moves, the tip itself moves in and out, so I'm not breaking the leg because I can be heavy-handed. And then I have my Copic 2 brush pen. I'm not good at brush pens. I tend to not like them very much. And I need to practice more, so that's why this is in here. So try and remind myself to practice it with it. And then I have this Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pen with big brush, $1.99, black. And I started using this during Inktober when I needed to do big segments of black. And it is a big black marker. But what I like about it is when I was using it in my sketchbooks with sketch paper, it didn't bleed through. I loved that. So, and then I wanted to have just kind of a basic color. I was looking for a gray. All of my grays are drying out, so I decided to do a khaki. Found these on clearance at an art store, so I got a pro marker in khaki. So this has the bullet nib and the chisel nib, which I'm not a fan of. I'd much rather have a brush and a bullet, or a brush and a chisel, but that works. And then last but not least is the newest find. We were at, where did we go? Party City. My husband and I were at Party City looking around for some stuff, and we saw these, and I just thought it would be fun because I'm always taking notes in my sketchbook, and instead of using my fine liner, my Stabilo, I thought I just need a regular ink pen, and I saw these for 25 cents, and they had a couple of them. I'm like, Todd, we need to get these for us. So we got ourselves some Star Wars multicolored little pens. So they're cheap. So I now have a pink pen. So they're really fun, and they do write. It works. I've written a couple notes in my sketchbook with it. So it's just something really simple and fun. So that's what I have in my travel sketchbook. It's what I carry with me all the time. I always have it attached to my sketchbook pretty much. And even, like I said, even if I'm home, I'll just pull it out and start using it and go, oh yeah, I have this in the bin over here. I should totally be using that too. But that's what I tend to use. I switch it up every probably 2 months. I'll decide, no, I might not like this khaki and I want a gray, or I don't like this color, I want something else. Or I might change my fine liner, or I might decide, you know what, let's not do the graphite anymore, and so I might switch up a couple things. I've had this set up for probably a little over a month now, and I really like it, so I'm probably won't change a whole lot unless I decide I don't want to do the graphite anymore. That's the one thing I can see myself going, yeah, let's not do that anymore. But I really like having the colored pencils in there. Having the ability to do a little bit of color if I want to, and I can blend them. And that is actually what I did for this. This is just all my colored pencils. I was out one day, and I'm sorry about that vibrating. I forgot to turn my sound off again. I'm so sorry, guys. I will get better at this, I promise. At least I haven't gotten a call, knock on wood. But this is a piece I did just with my 5 colored pencils, trying to blend the colors and do different things while I was out and about. And just, actually, no, I was at home. I used a reference and I was at home, but I decided I was only going to use what was in my sketchbook. So, yeah, and just wanted to add the one other little thing. In the back of my sketchbook, I have a little pocket I added with just some washi tape and some cardstock. And I have a bunch of stickers. And then I have this card I've had for quite some time. It's seen some love and some use that I just fold in half. And so if I'm going to be doing something that might bleed through, I'll stick it under that way or that way. And I know I'm not going to ruin the other side. And then I also have my little protractor. So I have straight lines. I can do some angles and different things if I'm working on trying to do a, oh, what is it called? Mandalas, that sort of thing. I tend to not do those out and about trying to set up the grid because it's just so finicky. And I want to use the protractor anyway to do the circles. But I just thought I'd show you that's something else I always have with me in the back of my sketchbook. So that's the things I always carry with me. This is my handy dandy go-to, so I just throw it in my bag pretty much every day, everywhere I go. So I hope that was helpful. I hope it was interesting. I tried to keep it shorter because I've been going like over 30 minutes lately. So I hope you have a fabulous day. If you are interested in keeping up on my daily endeavors, I am very active on Instagram under Danielle TDG, all one word. And I do have an Etsy shop where I do still have a few of these. And that is under Shiny Expressions. And I will update the information below once I have access to a computer with internet. So again, sorry for all the delays with updating stuff, but we don't have internet at the moment. But I hope you're doing fabulous, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye.